Hi everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode, or edition I should say, of Flash Unalaska, our very own live news and information show as seen only here on Channel 8 TV. And for this December 28th, 1988, I'm Mick Roraback.
And I'm Sharon O'Malley.
I think we should also take this time now to welcome Sharon O'Malley back into that co-host seat here next to me. Sharon, however, I did notice it was a rather lengthy absence that you were.
Well, yes, it was a nice little vacation.
I don't
for
think
me,
that
Mick.
even Connie Chung gets quite that much time off.
Well, I don't get Connie Chung's paycheck either, now do I, Mick? Anyway, it's a real pleasure to be back here in the Channel 8 studio.
Well,
once
welcome
again.
back, Sharon.
Thank you.
The headlines for this week's Flash Unalaska are: more high winds cause unusual damage throughout Unalaska. A 5.8 earthquake shakes the town last Friday morning, and Tigger lives. For those of you who have not yet had plans for New Year's Eve, the Department of Parks, Culture, and Recreation invites you to a dance at the Community Center. This will be Saturday night, December 31st, from between 8:30 and 12:30 p.m. Admission is $2.50 per person, and fun is guaranteed to all. Dr. Syrie, the dentist, will be in Unalaska from January 10th through the 15th. If you'd like an appointment, please call his Anchorage office at 376-5207.
And housing is needed for the new Director of Parks, Culture, and Recreation. If you have or know of any available rental housing, please contact Persenia Wittern at City Hall, and the number is 581-1251. Last Friday morning at about 2:14 a.m., Unalaska experienced an earthquake measuring 5.8 on the Richter scale. There was no damage reported, and actually most of the town slept right through it. And the long search for an activities coordinator for PCR is finally over. They have actually flown somebody in, and we're going to find out who they are right now. We have a taped interview for you. Let's take a look.
I'm Urata Majeka, and I'd like to introduce today Barbara Dixon, who has just arrived from Fairbanks. She's our new programs coordinator, and we're really happy to have her here. We've been searching for a coordinator for quite a long time, and Barbara really fit the bill. She has been a manager for a private health club in Soldotna for several years and has other management background as well. She grew up in Haines, so she has a pretty good idea of what small community life is like. And she has just moved here from the North Pole, which is north of Fairbanks. Barbara, would you like to tell us a little bit about your first impressions of Unalaska? She just got here yesterday.
Well, actually, I wasn't surprised at all to find Unalaska the way it is, being from a small town. And I heard you had a real bad windstorm, which I'm real glad we missed. And we're not really looking forward to that many, but it'd be a surprise for one thing. And
You got to overnight in Anchorage while you were waiting.
oh yeah, that was nice. We got to sleep. We've been so busy we haven't had any sleep, so we napped for about 12 hours.
And who's the we? Could
Oh
share
yes,
that with
yes. I have a
us?
7-year-old son named Michael who will be attending school here, and hopefully he will enjoy it as much as we all hope to enjoy it, I think.
Well, we are sure excited to have you here, and I know we're going to enjoy having you be part of the department and part of the community. So, welcome.
I'm sure we will. Thank you very much.
There's no movie this Sunday at the Community Center, but next week the movie will be Big Business, starring Lily Tomlin and Bette Midler. Come to the New Year's Resolution Swim, celebrating Russian New Year. Come to the pool on Thursday, January 12th from 6:45 to 9 p.m. Tell the cashier Happy New Year in Russian and get in for half price. Now, Mark Dudley, we know you're out there watching tonight, so would you please call in right now, if you would, and go on the air with our speakerphone system and tell us how to say Happy New Year in Russian. So, Mark, if you'd give us a call, we're ready to hear from you.
Okay. And meanwhile, the clinic would like everybody to know about the upcoming visits from several doctors. Wait, maybe we should take that call. That might be Mark Dudley.
We ready?
Is that Mark?
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mick. How you doing?
Welcome back.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Good to see Sharon again.
Hi,
Yeah.
Mark.
Hey, you're live on the air.
Well, that's great. I have a bit of a sore throat, so I hope my pronunciation will do for the time being.
Gosh, I'm not sure. What do you think, gang?
Yeah,
Okay, well, it'll be all right. Okay, how do?
You'll have to repeat after me.
Okay, Mark, turn your TV set down. My, that is nasty. No, just a little TV joke. Okay, we'll repeat after you. Go ahead.
Snowvim Grogum.
Snovum Grogum. I was the first brave
No,
one to
no,
try
no. A
it.
little bit slower, Mark.
Slower.
Okay, Snowvim Grogum.
Snovlim
Grogum.
Goldum.
Right.
Snowvim
Snovlim Goldum.
Godum.
Snovlim Goldum.
You say that, you get in the pool
We'll
for
have to
half
try it
price.
again next week too, but that's pretty good. Snowvim Grogum.
Okay.
Snowvim.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for calling in on such quick notice.
Oh yeah, great show tonight, Mick.
Hey, well, we haven't really quite got done with it yet, so we're gonna get on with it. But we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, take care.
Snovum Goldum.
Snowvim Godum.
That's right. We got
Okay.
it. We got it.
Okay, back to the clinic news. Now, as I was saying earlier, there will be several doctors in town in January. First, there will be Dr. Lilliebridge. That's a pediatrician who will be here from January 11th through the 13th. Also, Dr. Hudson will be returning to the clinic, and he'll be here from the 16th of January to the 20th. And then later on in January, there will be a visit from an OBGYN. So, for an appointment with any of these three doctors, or just to get some more information, you can call the clinic at 581-1203. Thank you. There will be a City Council work session next Tuesday night, January 3rd at 7 o'clock. Items to be discussed include the Harbor Advisory Committee, and the public is encouraged to attend. Mike Shetler, Director for the Department of Public Safety in Unalaska, has opened a narcotics information line. Please call if you have any information concerning the sale or possession of narcotics, and you need not give your name, only the information that you have. The number to call is 581-1723. And the Department of Public Works is again requesting that if you are planning to build or remodel, you must first get a building permit. Please call them at 581-1260 to get that permit, or if you have any questions.
It's been called the worst storm since 2 weeks ago, I guess. Yes, folks, it was a bad storm that hit Unalaska early Tuesday morning. Winds of 172 miles per hour have been reported. The following footage was taken around town yesterday morning, and we'd like to share it with you now. Most of the serious damage was sustained by Unisea Incorporated. They lost half of one of their warehouses and the roof off an employee's home. They're having people come in today and assess the damage and are only thankful that no one was hurt. Other damages around town were reported. The NC Dock and Galaxy Dock were hurt. Some roof damage was done out at Crowley Maritime, and Mike's truck from Northern Marine Electronics was somehow rolled and lifted up by the wind and has been towed away. Several boats have reported minor damages. One of the most exciting stories we heard, however, was the one about the guy floating out to sea. On his boat had come loose from the small boat harbor. Luckily, he jumped from the boat as it passed under the bridge and was picked up by the harbor master. The winds that night were reported to have gusted up to 172 miles an hour. Now, we also want to probably say that it is a relief that Tigger was rescued in this. Tigger sustained. He was lost for most of this storm time when the winds were up to approximately 172 miles an hour, and you can imagine that little Tigger was pleased to get back safely with his friends.
I'm sure Tom Beardsley's dog.
I'm sure Tom Beardsley will be glad to know that Tigger survived.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Speaking of animals, are you missing a small orange cat? Because if you are, here are 2 numbers to call, for 2 small gold cats have recently been found. The first is a cat with a white collar, and he was found by Glenn, and you can call Glenn at City Hall for more information on that. And then another small cat with no collar was found by Dennis over at Aleutian Automotive. You can get a hold of Dennis at 581-1746 if you think that cat is yours. And have you ever seen yourself as a lifeguard? If so, now may be your big chance, because PCR needs lifeguards, and they will be offering an advanced life-saving, rescue, and water safety class. The class begins January 10th, and to register, call PCR at 581-1297.
Is your New Year's resolution to get in shape and be healthy? There will be 2 exercise classes starting up next week that can help you with your goal. The water aerobics class will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights from 7:15 to 8:15. And the Aerobics Plus class will resume on Monday, January 2nd at the roller rink. Classes for the aerobics will be at 5:45 to 6:45, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. There will be no Wednesday night class. And if physical exercise isn't for you, how about some mental exercise? The University of Alaska Rural Site is offering some great local winter courses: marine refrigeration, creative writing, Russian, and positive parenting. Registration begins January 9th, and you can call 581-1666 for details. Are you frustrated with the reception lately on Channel 2? Well, maybe you should watch Channel 8. I had to put that in, I really did. The RatNet State Satellite Channel question number for you to call and voice your opinion is 272-2734. We are sure that they would like to hear from you.
And the moment that we here at Channel 8 have all been waiting for. Channel 8 Late Night will premiere on Saturday, January 28th at 11 p.m. And if you don't know what Channel 8 Late Night is yet, that's going to be our version of Saturday Night Live. If anybody out there is interested in being a part of this madness, and it's going to be a lot of fun, give us a call here at Channel 8. The number, again, is 581-1888, and we're looking forward to hearing from you.
And be sure to watch for the hardware guy.
The hardware guy. School is still out for winter vacation, but we have several news stories from the 5th grade UCS Kids News team. Let's take a look.
Hello, and welcome to UCS Kids News. This weekend there was the 16th annual Aleutian tournament. Teams flew in from Sandpoint and King Cove, which they played our boys and girls and Alaska Raiders. They had all sorts of events, like sportsmanship award, first and second place trophy, hot shot contest, and free throw contest. The Unalaska Raider boys won first place for the tournament. The score was 79. The King Cove rookies won first place for the tournament too. Their score was 59. The King Cove T-Jacks won second place for the tournament, and the Sandpoint Eagle girls won second place for the tournament. The Unalaska Raider girls won third place, and the Sandpoint Eagle boys won third place too. Axel won both the free throw contest and hot shot contest. That's my report on the 16th Annual Illusion Tournament. Thanks for tuning in to UCS Kids News. Monday at 4 o'clock, the United States Coast Guard cutter Rush pulled into the Delta Western fuel dock. I was fortunate enough to take a tour of this search and rescue vessel. After I was safely aboard, I began my tour. First, we went to the helicopter deck, and he told me that only small helicopters could land there because of the boat and the small platform. After we finished there, we went to the main deck. He showed me a big air-powered torpedo that takes out enemy subs that are in our waters without permission. He also showed me two 40 caliber machine guns and two 50 caliber machine guns. This shoots 1 meter-inch shells and 2-inch shells. And it also shoots a flare shell too that could light up the sky like the sun was out at nighttime, of course. They also board Russian and Japanese vessels that come into our waters to make sure that they aren't going to invade or something like that. Then I asked him how many people were actually on this Coast Guard vessel. He said about 50, counting himself, and 2 cooks. They have 2 cooks for the regular people and 1 for the officers on the boat. After I finished there, we walked down toward the gangplank that I boarded on. We exchanged Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I left. This is Justin Sinnott reporting for 2020 Kids News.
Hello, welcome to UCS Kids News. For today's story is crab and fish get caught in ship. Here's today's news. Boats that come into Unalaska leave every hour. The trappers' fisheries are quickly processing fish and crab. The boats always seem to leave because the Bering Sea is populated by king crab. That is why boats are unloading crab quickly. Crab is very popular in the ocean chain. People buy them for $7 a pound, and these crabs weigh about 7 pounds, so these crabs sell for about 49 pounds. Boats are filled with crab every minute in the day. Tugboats are pulling in boats that are out of fuel. These boats have a load of crab. Fisheries like Unalaska are working full-time unloading boats. The Unisea is taking their time unloading the boats. APL trucks are loading freighters with crab and stream meat in the trailers. Fisheries are getting more employees to work for them. This is Jacob Daniel reporting for UCS Kids News.
UCS Kids News. Marine pollution increases around Unalaska. After the 2 biggest storms of the year, some of our beaches are covered with obvious signs of garbage and other pollution. When you walk along the beach, you see fish nets, plastic bottles, and other things. You can also smell a horrible smell in some areas. Marine pollution seems to get worse day by day. After one storm, there are people cleaning up some bad areas of pollution along the beach. On sunny days, you can see oil spills in the water. This is a sign of very, very bad pollution in Unalaska. If we keep on polluting the water, it will kill all the marine life in Unalaska. Unalaska needs to make a big effort to protect their environment and their island for our generation. Marine life needs to be helped real soon, or there won't be any fish or marine life probably ever again in Unalaska. If that happened, it would ruin the fishing industry up here, and really nobody would be able to live up here because the water would be poisoned. I encourage everyone to help keep their waters clean. I'm trying to finish. Aaron, have it turn out like this.
Oh, help, my beautiful hair!
Well, if you have, even if you haven't, you should try our new sensational hair color. It turns our hair to beautiful browns and blondes.
Oh, isn't it so beautiful and so easy, too?
It works wonders. You can find it at any one of your local school stores.
Why didn't I think of that before?
Okay. Let's see. For tomorrow's weather forecast, we've got southwest winds at 50 knots and rain and snow, Sharon.
Sounds really pleasant, Nick. I'm looking forward to that.
And we just thought we'd mention this little bit of news. The University of Alaska Fairbanks Seawolves beat Michigan. University of Alaska Anchorage. Beat Michigan. Michigan is the number two team in the nation. So
Mick, I don't find that piece of information terribly newsworthy.
Okay, now we're getting ready to go for our question of the week controversy, the battle of the resources. And so, first of all, we're going to recap how the controversy began 2 weeks ago, not last week, but the week before. The question of the week was, who named Mount Ballyhoo? And, of course, the phone started lighting up like a Christmas tree, and people were coming in with two answers. It was either Captain Cook or it was Jack London. And both people were very certain on their sources, and so we still have this controversy. Now, we're hoping, of course, that Dan Urban is watching tonight, and he's going to help us in this battling it out. We think that maybe Dan might have been right. Now, this is the Aleutians magazine put out by Alaska Geographic. And it does say that Mount Ballyhoo, elevation 1,589 feet on Amacnac Island, is said to have been named by author-adventurer Jack London, although historians haven't figured out when he actually traveled here. But, Dan, we would also like to add a little bit of information here. This is actually, according to our Mayor Paul Foose, tells us that when Captain Cook, he's out of town, it doesn't matter, see. When Captain Cook was here, yes, that he said to his crew, tally-ho, and in his Cockney British type accent, they mistook him to mean Ballyhoo, and he was pointing at that mountain, and so that's what they named it. So, I don't know. Well,
It makes
I guess,
sense to me.
Right, it really does, actually. And Dan, if you don't want to call in and argue, then we won't. But we do have a new question of the week.
Yes,
right,
we do.
Sharon?
Why don't we get going on that, Nick? Do you mind if I read it?
Oh, Sharon, it
My
would make my
pleasure.
day. Yeah.
Okay. And what is this person going to get now? If
What
they
is our
answer
prize?
this question
What's
correctly,
tonight's
what is
prize?
tonight's...
A copy of Crab Terror.
A copy of
Oh.
Crab Terror.
All right.
It says from the background.
We haven't even asked the question yet. Here, you guys want to get that, or?
Okay, that's probably Dan Urban.
Yeah,
calling
it
to
probably is
discuss
Dan
this
Urban. Let's see.
controversy.
He'll want to go on the air, I bet. It's Dan. Hi, Dan. You're on the air.
Yeah, Mick, but Captain Cook never came to Unalaska Bay.
But he said tally-ho, and we're sure that it was mistaken to mean ballyhoo, and that's why there is this problem.
Well, but he anchored in English Bay, and you can't even see Ballyhoo from English Bay.
Well, I think they might have got in a little dory and rowed over, don't you? I mean, he anchored his big ship in English Bay because he didn't want to get too
That
close.
sounds like speculation to me. I'll talk to you later, bye.
Okay.
Can I just ask, I missed that show, but I'm just curious to know, where did Channel 8 get its information that
Where-
was Captain
Where
Cook?
did we get our information that it was Captain Cook? Out of this book? Do you know on what page?
They were saying they didn't go to Unalaska Island, they did come to Unalaska Island.
He did. This book
Well,
says
we're
it.
going to have to follow through on that and... see if
Actually, we
can-
had a resource that didn't arrive on time or something, right? But we don't know where it is in that book? So we're just like looking pretty befuddled out here on TV.
We're going to find that for you by next week. And meanwhile, I want to get on with tonight's question of the week. And remember that if you answer this question correctly, if you're the first person to answer it correctly, you'll win a copy of Crab Terror.
And that is something that every household should have.
I wouldn't want to be without that. Now, our question this week is, one of the children who stayed at the Jesse Lee home while it was a Methodist mission and school designed the Alaska state flag. What was that person's name?
Okay, 581-1888. Be the first one to call in. And should we
Whoa.
just take it? Okay. Hi, you're on the air.
Hi, Mick. It's Benny Benson.
Hey, how do you like that? First caller, first time, correct answer,
It
right?
sure is
Who's-
Benny Benson.
Who's calling?
This is Chris Gallup.
Hi, Chris.
Hi.
How was your Christmas?
We had a beautiful Christmas.
So did I, but I'm glad to hear that. So you are the winner of a copy of Crab Terror. Of course, you know that stars a lot of people that yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Few people, but listen, you just get in touch with the station here, and they'll get you your copy.
I'm honored, Mick. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in and participating in the question of the week.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
All right, well, that's it, I guess.
Okay,
Huh,
that
Mac?
pretty much does it. Well, folks, this is our last show for this 1988, and we hope that you've enjoyed everything that Channel 8 has done this year. And so everyone here at Channel 8, we want to wish all of you out there watching tonight a very happy New Year.
Yes, we do. And remember, on New Year's Eve, if you drink, don't drive. That's what I wanted to say. Take a cab.
70 to 66.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
70
right.
to 66 was the score of the Michigan UAA game.
Right.
New Year, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year,
We'll
and thanks
see
a
you
lot
in
for watching.
1989.